doing some early morning scouting without the big pack, and so far I don't like what I see. Morning of day 19. Finally left the road and going cross country through a land of slick rock and sand dunes, trying to get over to Moqui Canyon. Hope it doesn't take too long before the sun gets too hot, because there is little shade around here, as you can see. Pretty barren landscape. But in theory, we are less than a half an hour away, probably. Maybe an hour. Okay, I don't know if you can hear me over the wind, but we are on the edge of Moki Canyon, getting ready to drop down in via this big, great sand dune over here. That's where we're going, and I see water down there. It makes me happy. Steep one. We're getting there though. We're getting there. All right, are we ready to ski down a sand dune? Let's go. Fast way down, huh? Woo. Oh man, parts were really deep and parts were hard. Good stuff. Oh yeah. It's already pouring out. Oh yeah, get that sand out of there. Yep. Sandslide. Beavers have been hard at work here. Another impressive beaver dam. Found the cows of Moqui Canyon. Luckily I got around them and now they're going downstream and I'm going up. Actually, illegal tire tracks here. There's some burns on the rock and some in the mud as well. I'm really surprised I could get down this far, but I guess that's kind of good news for me because that means the brush should be not so thick going up from this point. There's a road farther up. They're just not supposed to come down canyon. They're supposed to go up canyon on the road. Wow. I think that might be the biggest sand dune I've ever seen. And it doesn't quite reach the rim, so you can't use it as an entrance or exit from the canyon. It is a crazy big sand dune though. That is just so incredible. And no, I don't have the energy to climb it and ski down it. Day 19, taking a break in Moki Canyon. It's a weird canyon. It's you can tell it's really scenic up high, like there's these cool alcoves, but much of the time when I'm hiking, I'm down like entrenched in this silt brush corridor, so I can't see a lot of what's around me. So yeah, I don't know. I like it, but I can't say that I love it. So recommendation somewhere in between, I guess. We'll see. I've only traveled up maybe a third of what I'm going to see, so we'll see if it changes. But so far it's been interesting. It's changed character a lot. Like when I came in at the sand dune, that was really impressive, and then it got really brushy, and then the beaver ponds were there, and then they opened up and had some stone cascades, and then it got brushy again. So yeah, it really changes character frequently, but I can just tell there's more to the canyon up above that I can't see, which is a little too bad. Okay, thoughts for now. I got to get back to hiking. I thought these were tadpoles, but maybe they are, but they also look like that weird... No, these are tadpoles. Never mind. Thought I found that other weird creature. So yeah, I'm walking through water here as I carry a gallon of water in my backpack because this is an intermittent stream, and like right here, it's probably going to dry up completely for the next 5 or 10 minutes, and I never know when it's going to be gone for good, so I want to have water with me. It's been really frustrating because I've been carrying a gallon of water for about an hour and a half, 2 hours now. And there's been so much water along the way that I didn't have to carry all that extra weight. It's just one of the things you have to do when you're doing a remote canyon with no recent update on water information. Day 19, Moki Canyon. One of the hardest things about these big hikes is actually thinking about everything that needs to go on in your life for like the next 6 weeks ahead of time. So of course that includes everything that needs to happen on trail, like all your food and your caches. And I pretty much buy all the food I'm going to eat for 4 to 6 weeks ahead of time and prep it and allot it out. And yeah, that's quite the process. But another part of the process is what's going on back home that needs my attention, or I need to be thinking ahead. For instance, tomorrow's Mother's Day. So, I want to take care of my mom and show her that I love her, so I had to pre-plan a gift for her to be delivered, and I can send her a little satellite message too. But those things need to be thought of ahead of time, and that includes bills too, like your normal bills. I'm still have to pay my car insurance and all that stuff, so a lot of those are set to auto pay. Some things I can't auto pay, so I just have to estimate them. But while I was in Bullfrog yesterday, after being totally offline, disconnected for 17 days, I got an alert from my bank that my account was low. So I freaked out, I'm thinking fraud and all this, but I just screwed up a deposit and all was okay. But it made for 2 hours of, stress trying to call someone, limited connectivity, both phone, internet, and it was stressful, and it's because one thing fell through the cracks that I didn't pre-plan correctly. And so it's a lot to think about. Think about your life for the next 6 weeks, everything that you'll need to do, and try to do it ahead of time. It's tough. So anyway, but the flip side of it is once it's all done, you're kind of carefree. Like, I have no idea what's going on in world news. I don't know what's going on back home. So, you know, it's kind of weird to step away, and it has its pros and its cons. Like, I don't have to think about what my next meal is if I need to go to the grocery store or any of that, because it's either in my bag or it's waiting for me in a cache. So, yeah, pros and cons. But anyway, that's the thought for the day here in Moqui Canyon. Spotted some pictographs high up on this alcove. Pretty hard to make out from here, but the one on the left looks like a man, a figure. Not sure about the two on the right. Okay, I climbed up to get a better look. And they are definitely pictographs. Definitely a figure there. He's kind of lost in the white. And these two, some other little characters in red to the right. I was hoping I'd spot more when I got up here, but first glance I don't see anything else. On closer inspection, there are more. This little white triangular barrier style guy. And then there's some yellow figures up there. It's possible that this is a ruin even. Pretty bad shape, and could be a more recent effort by someone to recreate the scene. Okay, I climbed up higher, and there are even more figures. Including, these are really faded, but there's 3 life-size figures. Third one's down there is really faint. Can you see these 2 here? And the head here, coming on down. Plus some 3 yellow handprints, actually 4 yellow handprints. One more white figure up there. Sad these are so faded because they look really cool. One heck of a view. Oh, there's also some cowboy glyphs. Going back to 1923 and then again in 1929. JW. Pretty cool stuff. There. Okay, making my way up this wall, climbing up the rocks. There's a whole bunch of more big figures here. Check these guys out. At least 4 there, and maybe another 5th big guy there. This one that's superimposed on these 2, and another faded one there. And more pictographs. I just love those handprints. Those are so cool. To think that those handprints are the people who lived here and painted these walls. Just like, what were they thinking? What was going on? What was their life like? It's cool stuff. It's pretty amazing. Lots of smaller ones too. So cool. I love it. Okay, still working my way up the wall. And over here we have some definite ruins. We'll go take a closer look. I'm just looking at the wall of this ruin. How it's held together here for 800 or more years. And then I looked up. Way up there, there's some more amazing figures, pictographs. I don't know if I can get to those. Other wall in the other room. Amazing little place. I'm so glad I walked up here. I definitely was not expecting all of this. But okay, we better get back to hiking. We still have a long ways to go to Bears Ears. And something tells me, I have a suspicion, we're going to find some more rock art and some more ruins along the way. All right, let's keep her going. We are approaching the next big, massive dune. This one also acts as an access point in and out of the canyon. It even has an ATV route down it. It's evidently this way the cows get up and down the canyon too. Cows are not gonna like me coming around the corner, I'll tell you that. Howdy, cows. How you guys doing this evening? Climbing a sand dune? Wish you wouldn't go that way, that's the way I'm going. Alright, here we go again. Sitting under cottonwood, just enjoying the sounds of the canyon. I've been hiking all morning up Moqui Canyon. That's it back behind me. But now I'm headed up a side canyon. Eventually I hope to exit up here, but I have no route information. I know one guy who did it, so I know it's possible, but I don't know what route he took. So I'm going to go up as far as I can and then try to find a way to climb out. And then over the mesa. That's the plan. Okay, let's go. I'm guessing there's got to be a spring in there. I'm full on water, I might go investigate, but that's a lot of big foliage for a dry canyon like this. Trying not to, but I'm driving the cows up the canyon. I just cannot get around them. They're stopping to take a look at me now. We'll see if I can squeeze by them, but I don't think it's going to work. Hey cow, thanks for letting me pass. I'm finally getting around the cows. Moo. So a few nights ago I saw the craziest thing in the sky. It was just a string of lights that went all the way across the sky. It looked like a parade of airplanes, but they were way too high and they were silent. So I'm guessing it had to be a type of satellite. I don't know if it's the Elon Musk space net or whatever that thing is, but it was amazing. Like, it was one of the coolest things I've seen in the night sky. And they went on for probably 5 minutes or so, and then maybe 20 minutes or so I saw them again, like in the distance on the horizon, just a thin line of lights moving across the sky until they disappeared into darkness. If it is the Elon Musk thing, and if that's normal, I don't think it would be so cool. I've heard some backlash about night sky enthusiasts and about Elon Musk's plans and how that could impact the night sky. But as a one-time event, it was pretty awesome to see. Wow, this last 500 feet or so has been a boulder fest. One little 6-foot climb after another. I think I'm past the worst of it though. I hope. I seriously don't know how many boulders I can do. I'm so sick of climbing these boulders. Oh my, here we go. I decided to climb high to get around these. I don't know which is easier. Doing some early morning scouting without the big pack, and so far I don't like what I see. My intended exit route is met with a series of dry falls here, so I can't get past these. It looks like there might be I might be able to scramble up and around that. I don't know, it looks pretty sketchy. Again, I don't even know if this is a known route. I'm just trying to find my way out of this canyon because it's pretty boxed in all around. I have another option upstream I'm going to check out as well. Back down in the main canyon, I think I found an alternate way around that sketchy climb. I think I can get to this area in here. I just don't know that I can get to that top ridge looks kind of tough. You know, it's hard to tell from down here. I'm just trying to save some effort without the big pack. I hate climbing with the big pack. There might be an exit route there too, but it looks pretty ledgy. Okay, I've got to try one of these three options. I'm going to fill up on water and decide which route to try. Well, plan A is a failure. I tried to get up that ridge and over the notch to the bypass to the dry fall, which is a little too steep and crumbly. A lot of the rocks are what I call Ralston rocks. They're big, they look stable, but once you get on them, they start to wobble and they can give at any minute. So it's a tough go, but I think I'm going to have to go back down and try the other way. Even though I thought this looked like the best option, I might be able to do it. I might come back to it, but I'm going to go try the other one first to see if maybe it's easier. Okay, let's go. I've never been so happy to see a horse. Because that means a horse got down here, and if a horse can get down here, I can get down here. Or I can get up from here. So I'm hoping maybe plan B is the way to go. And Mr. Horsey came down this way. We'll see. Still doesn't look easy. Yay! I am finally up and out of that right fork of Moqui Canyon. Oh man, it was rough. That's where I came from, down there. It was actually pretty easy once I found it's an old constructed cattle route, I think. Made life so much easier than trying the climb that I climbed earlier. It was rough, but I am up to the flatlands, or semi-flatlands. Feels good. Yesterday was a hard day. I was getting discouraged. A lot of just boulders and brush and boulders and brush. And then I got in this canyon and I could tell it was boxing up, and I was really contemplating, man, what if I have to go back? What if I have to turn around and go all the way back down Moki Canyon? And it was discouraging. I wish I'd found this last night because I would have slept better. The only solace was there was plenty of water down there, so I wasn't afraid of running out of water. Okay, I'm happier now. Let's continue. Let's make our way this way and over those hills and get over towards Bear's Ears. Let's go. This is why I was so persistent on getting out of the canyon. It's just a little ways up from where I camped. Huge dry fall. So I'm glad I got out. Alright, so my plan now, I want to avoid any more climbing for a while. So I'm going to go back, hit the sand dune, go up the sand dune. Seems only appropriate. I came in via sand dune. I'm going to go out via sand dune. All right, let's go do it. It's cool to see the Henrys from this angle. They look different. They're all clustered together. Yay! Up on one of the highest points around. Love it. Check out the view. See all the way back to the water pocket fold and the straight cliffs out there? Navajo Mountain. Down here's where I'm headed immediately, but then eventually I'm headed this way. I do believe that's one of the Bear's Ears out there. Can't see the other one because it's tucked behind that red cliff, but shows we're getting close. You even see all the way down to Monument Valley. Check that out. Of course, the way I'm headed towards the Bear's Ears and the red cliffs over there. But before we go that way, we actually have to go this way to get down off these cliffs. We're cross country. Down there and back. Been looking all over for a way down off these high cliffs. I think I finally found it here. By this little juniper tree. There's a good crack. It goes down. Might be loose, but it's definitely more gradual than anything else around here. Okay, I'm down off the high. Came right down through there. Climb really wasn't that bad, except it was crumbly. So it was really unstable, which made it hard. Okay, still headed down. All right, we are down in Castle Creek. There's no creek here, but at least we're down in the wash. Took a lot of work. Came from those cliffs way up there. There's a lot of Navajo sandstone that's curled over. So it took a lot of route finding, a lot of trial and error to get down here. But I'm here. My legs are tired, but I'm in the bottom and I hope I can walk all the way down now. I don't know, there could be dry falls. I don't know much about this creek, so we'll see. We'll see where it goes. Let's go. Yay, more horse. That's a good sign. Maybe we can get down Castle Creek. So I'm running really low on water with no water sources in sight. And I noticed going through the Clay Hills area, there was a construction site. So I first looked to see if there was any public water. There wasn't. But then I saw this guy here digging a big hole. I was wondering what's down in this hole. 'Cause I know if you dig deep enough, usually you'll get to water. And look at that. We have some water. May not be the clearest source I've ever had, but I bet it will be good. It's a saver. Kind of having a Forrest Gump moment here. This truly is an amazing sight. There's just so much here. Drawings we saw high on the wall are believed to be from the archaic people who are the ancestors to the basket makers. So entrance to the kiva is not allowed, but I'm going to see if I can get my camera in there without touching anything.